Welcome to the Bird Gang Nation Sports Media Show, repping the greatest team of all time. Let's go! Bird Gang 31, he be the host with the most. We going deep, burning teams. They ain't nothing but toast. It's Senior Estes. Sirianni put me in coach, running like Miles Sanders till I bump my head on the post. Touchdown! Yeah, that's coming. Devontae's crazy route running. Jalen hurting them, throwing lasers to Rager Young gunning. Come on! On the D side, we ride, sack him with Fletcher, lay him out on the stretcher. No one can protect you. Watch Darius lay him, shutting down your routes. Come on! In my green John, eating Philly cheesesteaks. Put up your cups, wings up, if you can relate. Tailgating at the link like Gangsta Stride. To the Bird Gang Nation, that's worldwide. On Sundays, catch the pre and post game. Mondays is Birds on Broad Street with Philly Notion and Cool Cat, the man in motion. And Wednesdays, the midweek special got you open with JC from Eagles Talk, hitting like B-Dog, baby.
What is up? What is up? It's your boy BIRDGANG 31 in the building with the Wake Up with BG. You know, today I just wanted to get on here, try some new things out, test out some audio stuff. Been having a little problem with that lately. And also talk about some birds, man, and why I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be Super Bowl, contenders this year. So thanks for everybody for stopping by. Make sure you guys hit that like on the way in. Let's see what we got up in here. We got Mrs. BIRDGANG dropping links. Thank you, Mrs. BIRDGANG. How you doing? Key in the building stopping by. What's up, Key? We got Jinx Wolf. What up, nephew? So, yeah, man. How you guys doing this morning, man? I know it's a little bit late in the morning. In Philadelphia, you're looking at, 11:22. But, BG's been off the content for a while. I have been streaming like I normally do. So I wanted to get on here, and talk to you guys and do some one-on-ones. We haven't did a late night with BIRDGANG in a minute. We haven't did any of that kind of stuff for a while now. So just trying to get back into the flow of things. Besides, I did get a new work schedule. So that's definitely going to be changing up my streaming hours. But yeah, guys, how you guys doing this morning? Jinx says he just woke up. That's what's up, Jinx. Just waking up. Lucky you sleeping in today. It's 11:23, my guy. She said, I'm multitasking. That's what's up, Key. Hey, shout out to Key. She working on something for BIRDGANG. It's going to be awesome. Salute to you, Key. You always do your thing. So how you guys feeling? Do you guys think I'm out of place by saying that this year's Eagles team will be Super Bowl contenders? Because I really, truly believe that. That's not just me capping. That's not just me, being a homer or whatnot. I'm just really being serious about it. We just added Tarks, and that's a good safety. He's a little bit older, at the back end of his career. But, he still can bring value and being an experienced safety. And he knows how to lay them hits. He had some picks, too, as well. I know his numbers kind of dropped a little bit. But he is getting older. But to pair him up with a guy like Harris, Epps, bringing Epps in there, I think the team will be, doing good at that back end. Because people don't really understand, like, we already have Bradbury, Slay, and Maddox. And I really believe that these guys are freaking, they are the best cornerback duo in the NFL. You can't tell me too many. You can say better individual players, maybe. You got your guys like you know Ramsey and those boys. But in terms of overall, no, I don't really think that there's three better ones. All three of them, well, two of them for sure, Pro Bowlers and Bradbury and Slay, and everybody know Maddox is one of the best nickel cornerbacks out there. So when you got good corners like that, your safeties don't have to be elite too. I think we finally hit that time where, hell yeah, James, 17-0 until proven otherwise, my guy. That's what I'm talking about. I think we finally hit that point where it's like, you know, we got everything we need. It's going to come down to the coaches. That's where I think we're at right now with this because, we got every piece. We made our list at the end of the season last year. Oh, the Eagles were not ready for the playoffs. The Eagles need to get better at this area, that area. And we went out there and how we executed it and got us players in all those positions. So I think it's time to be very optimistic about this team. And like I said in the descriptions, man, what up, Drew? How you doing, my guy? Thanks for stopping by. Like I said in my descriptions, it's time for y'all to go put y'all money down on the Philadelphia Eagles. Put them down for winning the division, and I'll even put some money down on them winning the Super Bowl, man. Like what is stopping our team besides the coaches? We have every skilled position player, that we need right now, going into the season. Yes, barring injuries, anything unforeseen like that, then I think this team right here, it's definitely looking good. She said, I got us going 12-6. Oh, 12-5, I see. But we definitely are the team to watch out for. That's what's up, Key. Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to tell them. We are definitely that team. You know, we got the quarterback. You just seen Jalen Hurts first quarterback. In the first 20 games, over 4,000, over 1,000 yards rushing. You already knew that. You got him out here working out with AJ Brown. They're working on that chemistry, building, trying to become, better at what they do and, really establish a good chemistry. Now, what I would like to see is Smitty out there with him. I want to see some tape with Smitty, AJ, and Jalen Hurts together. Like, we need to see all three of those guys out there. We need to see all three of those guys out there working hard, building chemistry, working on like twin formations where you got both of them on the same side, running routes and doing things like that. That's something that I really believe that they need to be out there doing, trying to figure this out as a whole, figure this out as a whole in terms of this offense. Hell, bring Quez out there, bring Pascal out there because all these guys will be key contributors in this offense this year. Everybody's forgetting about Pascal, because we got Quez, AJ, and Smitty. But at the end of the day, all three of them are good, and all three of them are going to get that ball thrown to them. I think people are wondering who's going to get the most targets. Is it going to be AJ? Is it going to be Smitty? Is it going to be, another guy coming out of the blue, a dark horse guy like a Quez Watkins or something like that? But I really feel that, it's going to be spread around the board quite evenly, because you still got Dallas Goedert in the fold. So he's going to have to get his. And, like I said, the running backs, we got pass catcher and running backs as Kenny Gainwell, Boston Scott, both are great catchers out of the backfield. I want to see if maybe even a guy like Miles Sanders can, pick up his game this year and get some more balls thrown his way so he can be more like the Miles Sanders he was in his rookie year. So it's going to be crazy to see what this offense really can do. Shane Steichen and Nick Sirianni got all the pieces they need. People don't really realize how much of an impact, that AJ Brown really is. He got not only does he make it better, he made our receiving core better, but he makes the run game better. AJ Brown's a great run blocking receiver. He's big and physical. Every level of the pass catching got better. Even the running game got better in itself, because now you do got to worry. Can you really afford to put 8 in the box to stop the running game of Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, Kenny Gainwell, Boston Scott? Can you do that? Can you afford to do that? What up, King DMV? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by, my guy. See you in here. Can you afford to do that? Because I think that's what's really going to help Miles have a breakout season this year. Because you have to worry about those receivers. Smitty's already in year 2 going to be one of the best route running receivers in the game. And then AJ's already proven himself, and he's still trying to, really hit that elite level receiver that he thinks and everybody believes that he can be at. Already at Pro Bowls, already 24 touchdowns, already 4,000 yards. The guy is a straight monster out there, and like I said, he helps all levels. Our offensive line's one of the best in the league. They say we are the best, and I believe we are the best too. Not only the starters, even if anybody were to go down, I believe this offensive line is capable enough of picking up, just kind of like we did last year. Just plug and play the next guy in there, and astounding how them boys ready. You take a look at the defensive side of the ball. Wait, before we go there, he says Miles Sanders will be more effective in this offense this year. Yes, exactly. He's gonna be way more effective. But people look at like catches. I want people to realize that we're gonna have receivers, right? Getting the kind of yards. I'm not saying exactly, but like a Deshaun Jackson did when he played for our team. Deshaun, even when he got 1,000 yards, it was like 87 catches, somewhere in that range. Don't quote me on the exact one. I'm not trying to say, I'm just going off the top of my head, like 80 something catches, but he was definitely, pulling that 1,000 yards. We're going to get really big chunk plays this year, I believe. It's going to come from all over the field, and they're going to be nice big chunk plays. 10 yards here, 10 yards there, 15 yards here, D-bomb back and over again. He's going to be able to nickel and dime these guys down the field if everybody stays healthy, and he's definitely going to do his thing. Jalen Hurts is going to put up some big numbers this year. I'm telling you right now, you can mark my words. I believe Jalen Hurts is going to look in anywhere between 42 and 4,500 yards this year. If Nick Sirianni is doing his job as Shane Steichen, should I say, and Nick Sirianni doing their job as play callers, I believe that they can scheme up at least 4,500 yards, but close to 1,000 yards rushing for Jalen Hurts. Maybe around the same he was last year, around the 800 mark. But he's going to be still getting them touchdowns both ways. I believe he's still going to be running touchdowns. I still believe he's going to up that passing touchdown total, and we're going to see an MVP candidate going into this season. So the offense is definitely looking excited. We got depth everywhere. We got explosive players everywhere, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do on that side of the ball. But now let's transition over to the defensive side of the ball, which I think is even more impressive. If I can really say, I believe they're going to be way more better of a group. We really should be watching out for this defensive side of the ball, because they're going to be putting the hurting on all these NFL teams. He says, I hope we can stay healthy, but Shane is going to know his strengths. Miles will see the end zone this year. Oh, yeah, I think Miles will definitely see the end zone this year, for sure. I believe Miles gets anywhere between 8 and 12 touchdowns this year. I think everybody eats. Like I look at this Eagles team, and I'm thinking on the offensive side of the ball, we're gonna be one of the best Eagles teams ever in the history of Philadelphia football. We're gonna put up some of the biggest numbers ever. Not only because the players, the schemes we're gonna be running, but also because of this extra game. I know last year we had an extra game. People, Devontae barely getting 9. Jalen Hurts not even getting 4,000. But I do believe that was all a growth period for everybody. And I think this team will be a lot more polished going into the season this year. So, like I said, I believe that these guys are really going to hit the ground running. You're looking at like one of the greatest show on turf type seasons. Like we have a receiver for everything you need. We got big body receivers. We got speed receivers. We got physical, the ones that have combination of both route runners. We got everything we need. Dallas Goedert going to show that he is a top 5 tight end this year. Believe that. And everybody's going to eat. And that's the way this team is going to be so dominant. Everybody's eating. Who do you stop? Who do you stop? One game you might have a Dallas Goedert game where he's leading the way. One game Sanders leading the way. One game it's all on Hurts. One game Devontae tears it up. One game, AJ tears it up. And then a lot of games where all of them do damage at their respective positions. So, I fully agree with that, Key. I guess I wanted to transfer over to defense, but we're still talking offense over here. What up? Eagles landed. How you doing, my guy? He said, "What's up? This is Miss BIRDGANG." Uh-oh. Fly, Eagles, fly. Always good to take a break and relax. Ready to see what Jalen can do this season with Smitty and AJ. Are definitely contenders. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We are definitely contenders, and people, go put your money down. I know, even if you're not a gambler, go put your money down now on the Philadelphia Eagles because they are definitely going to do some damage this year. He said, facts. He said, I think we're going to pass more this year, in my opinion. I think we definitely do pass more. It's not going to be a dramatic more because you got to realize how many errors we had last year. So you look at last year, you look at how much we passed, right? We overdid it in the beginning, the first 6 games. Then we kind of didn't do enough of it towards the middle. And then I think by the end, you start to see a more balanced offense out there. They were doing run in pass. And I think that's more consistently throughout the season what we're going to see with our Philadelphia Eagles this year. See that with a little bit more passing. Like I would say, because Jalen's going to be a lot better, so there's going to be less drops this year. There's going to be more, so that obviously means more receptions. They already see means more yards and touchdowns. They're going to be more explosive plays this year, I believe. Which also helps out those stats. I think Miles Sanders is going to be more of that back that can run the ball 20 to 25 times in a game and still break 100 yards this year. So this team is definitely going to still run the football, and but we are definitely going to be passing the ball more this year, Jinx. He in the building says, I'm excited to see Dean in white. Yes, I am very excited to see him. Both of these linebackers, man. I told you guys watch my content. You know that I've been saying it from the jump. I want to see new linebackers in Philadelphia. And this year, Howie, he answered my prayers. He went out there and he got 3 new linebackers for sure. 3 new linebackers. We got Kaiser White, we got Nakobe Dean, we got Hassan Reddick. And don't forget, we still had TJ Edwards, and then we drafted Johnson, I think his name was, if I'm not mistaken, in a draft there. So I think that the linebacker position definitely got upgraded, and that's going to really help out this defense. But let's start where it matters the most: the defensive line. People are really underestimating Jordan Davis. But we're going to get to those linebackers. We're going to start on that defensive line. People are really underestimating Jordan Davis and the impact that he can bring. And no. I'm not saying this guy is going to be our starter. I'm not saying that at all. He's going to be a rotational piece too. But I do believe by mid-season, he's going to be working on that starting level. It's going to be hard to keep this guy off the field. I think it's just a blessing that we don't have to go out and thrust him into the game. We can actually let him grow and develop behind 2 Pro Bowl defensive tackles and, progress at his own rate, because everybody knows this is Fletcher Cox last year. Jordan Davis is that guy that's going to be replacing Fletcher Cox in that defensive line. But Jordan Davis is a minimum man. So, like, you see this guy working out, getting more ripped, more solid. You look at him, he don't even look like, he's not like the 300-pound, 340 or 30-pound fat guy out there. This dude is ripped. He's funny. He's excited to play for the team. He understands that this is a business and this is his new job. And he's doing everything possible to get better before the beginning of this season. That's really going to pay off. When you get to go up against guys like, Landon Dickerson, Jason Kelsey, Jordan Mailata. These are big, well, not Kelsey, but Dickerson and Mailata are huge men. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just as big as he is. So he's going to get to go against them every day in practice to sharpen his tool. It's going to help them get better. It's going to help him get better. This freaking nature speed itself is going to definitely be a big key in the development of Jordan Davis in his first year. Like, I see him making a huge impact. Everybody knows about the run stopping, but like I tell everybody, if you can go to the bowl game, be 360 pounds, right? Still be a, go to your combine, dropped what 20 pounds. He was like 340 at the combine, and still run a 4.7. What do you guys really think? How much more faster, more athletic do you guys really think this man is going to be once he starts playing with the Eagles at like 335? You're looking at 25 pounds of excess weight that the man just lost, and he ran a 4.7. Like he's gonna be running like a 4.5, 4.6. And I know speed on 40-yard dash don't make you, but I'm just saying a man that size don't supposed to run that fast. He's not supposed to be that athletic. And we got him on our football team in the first round. Everybody knew if we didn't pick him up, guess who was going to pick him up? It was going to be the Ravens, because that's the type of defensive lineman the Ravens pick up all the time, and that's why they have the defenses that they've been having over the last couple of years. They understand that you need to build big, fast, athletic, have big, fast, athletic, defensive tackles in there. Why do you think Fletcher Cox had such a great career so far? Because Fletcher was big. This guy makes Fletcher Cox look like Fletcher's his little brother. Like that's how big this guy is. And that's how athletic this guy is. Fletcher understands the game. He's played at an all-pro level, for most of his career. And he's going to teach this guy to be one of the best defensive tackles on his way out. Will he leave mid-season? I think if Jordan Davis, is rotating in and showing that he is an impact player like I believe he can be, we might see a Fletcher Cox trade by mid-season, by the trading deadline. We might see that. And then you'll see Jordan Davis started, for that defensive line, because you got to realize we still got Milton Williams, who also showed me a lot of, promise last year on that defensive line when he got his time to shine, when he was in there playing. Like, I loved what I've seen from Milton Williams. I think the guy, has a high motor. He's not as big, but he's definitely athletic, and he definitely can do a great job there. So, just that whole rotation at the defensive line, from Hargrave to Fletch to Milton to Jordan Davis, like that's going to be a defensive line that's going to really lead this defense this season, and that's going to be the real reason why our defense is one of the best defenses in the NFL this year. I truly believe it. I believe we're top 5 defense this year, just off talent alone. They got to go out there and execute it. JG has to call the right schemes, and they got to put it on the field. But I will say, looking at it from this angle, I do see us being a top elite defense in the league. Like, we haven't been elite in a while, and I think it's time for us to take that reign back. We're the physical football team. We're the football team that teams used to be scared of playing, and I think it all starts with that defensive line. Last year, they was not playing at a high enough level. The defensive ends that we have, I don't know if you guys want to count. I count Red as a linebacker, but you still got Sweat there. Sweat played a lot better last year. You still got Barnett there, which a lot of people did not like, but Barnett is a great run stopping defensive end, and he makes plays from time to time too. I think the pressure of him not having to be the man is going to help him play a lot better, because he don't have to have all that pressure on him to go in there and be a superstar. He just has to go in there and handle his job, and play at a high level. So BG's coming back this year. He looks faster and more athletic than ever. He's putting clips out there. He's letting everybody know that he's coming to bring the pain this year. And just his emotional impact on the team is going to be dynamic enough. Having him in the game, not just on the sidelines talking, in the game. When people need to get fired up, BG is always going to fire him up. So I'm really excited to see him back as well. We got some players, the Johnson from last year, Jackson. We got some players on that defensive line that's really going to make a big impact this year. We go over to the linebackers. Now at linebacker, who do you guys really think we're going to start? Like, if I had to go 4-3 linebacker, I'll put Dean in the middle, Kaiser White, and Dean in the middle, Kaiser White, and Hassan Reddick in a 4-3. That will be my 3, because all those guys are fast, athletic. They can do it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can do it all. They're gonna really be a great impact. That was one of the biggest reasons why linebackers sucked last year, because they couldn't do nothing. No one. We knew the ceiling of all those players. None of them couldn't stop nobody in the pass game, and they couldn't tackle nobody in the run game. So I think we definitely upgraded that position enough to now we're gonna be laying some pain out there. There will be a lot of sub packages going this year, so we're gonna get this chance to see all these guys mixing it up in different formations, different, different packages. You might see Dean and White out there. You might see White and Reddick out there. You might see all these guys out there. 4-4, 5-2. We're gonna see a lot of different packages out there, and all these guys will get enough playing time to really make an impact for this defense this year. So those linebackers are great. I think people are really sleeping on the Kobe Dean. They're worried about the wrong things. Like, the guy is super intelligent. I'm pretty positive. Like, he's learned most of the playbook by now. He's looking good out there in practice. I love the chemistry he's starting to have with these guys. Him and Jordan Davis. Every picture you see, those guys are together. I know they came from the same college. They know each other the best, but it's good to see these guys together every single day. Working on their crafts, getting better. Bringing some of that Georgia Bulldog mentality to already hyped up Eagles defense. So I think TJ Edwards will take another step up this year. He will show that he can be a great rotational piece this year. I think he's gonna, take another step forward. I like what I've seen from him. He's out there practicing. Like, this whole team, all off when they can be partying, going on vacation, and whatnot. I see these guys they're all out there working, man. They're working. And that's all we can expect from a football team in the offseason, to see these boys working, bonding together, getting great chemistry with each other, and learning each other inside and out. So Key says she's going to the Jets Eagles preseason game. Hell yeah, Key. Is the first one? Is that the first preseason game against the Jets? And she says, I'm going to open practice too. Nice. You can't wait. Hey, I'm excited for you. Make sure you get some good pictures and bring some great content with that. That's up. See, that's the reason why I'm really trying to get to Philadelphia, man. I really feel like, if I was in Philadelphia, I would be pumping out content every freaking day from so many different locations all the time. You know what I'm saying? I would have no choice but to run into these players, that I would be all up everybody's, butt crack, pause, just trying to get the best content, trying to get the most, the most out of the experience of living there in Philadelphia. You guys are the lucky ones for sure. Everybody that live in Philly, I salute you guys, man. And I can't wait to get up there, because I will get up there. But I am planning on going to at least 2 games this year. As of right now, 2 games, maybe even an open practice. I got to see my schedule. Like I said, the corporate America just gave BG a raise. They're trying to keep me off the podcast, and they're trying to keep me inside the office. But the money's good, family first. But I'm definitely gonna keep firing out this content to you guys. He said, "Mr. BIRDGANG's favorite player." Thanks for the ranch. No problem, Key. You should have been had one. I was surprised when I seen that. They went through a lot of my, but that's why I tell everybody, make sure you check that notification and make sure you're still subscribed, because I've been having some people say that they've been unsubscribed, and notification bells aren't going off, and even ranch is getting taken away. So you guys double check and make sure y'all get that and hit that like if y'all haven't hit it already. And then she said, Keenan Bill said Edwards. Marianne said TJ will be a top 5 Mike linebacker this year. You think so? Top 5 Mike linebacker? So you think Dean's going to be the rotational linebacker at the Mike, or you think Dean's playing outside? How do you see? I want everybody that's in here, go ahead and give me your 3. If you're running the 4-3, give me your 3 linebackers that you want to see starting, if that's the case, when we're in that 4-3 this year. Let me see, because he says top 5 for TJ Edwards this year at the Mike linebacker position. And shout out to the 20 in the building, man. Much love to all you guys. Please share this content out. We are definitely on the road to 4K, and really on the road to 10K. Every milestone, we're going to milestone at every, 1,000. But the goal is to be the best. I want to be one of the best, considered one of the best ever to do this for Philadelphia Eagles. And when I want this platform to continue growing at, the rate that it's going, and if not even better. So much love to all you guys. I couldn't do it without you guys. So that's what happened when you live 10 minutes before this. When you live 10 minutes. Dang, you only live 10 minutes away from the stadium? That's tight. That's tight, Key. 10 minutes? That'd be awesome. That'll be my morning jog every single day. I would jog to the stadium just to see what's going on. Just to see what's going on. A nice little exercise. Me and my dog get him on that leash, and we're jogging to the stadium. See if we can get some pictures, see if we can even just embrace the experience. But like I said, my goal is, hopefully by the end of this year, next year, be in Philadelphia. Whether I gotta be there just for the season, or just be at a situation where I can go to every single Eagles home game. That's if I can get that situation worked out that way too. I'm definitely down with that. He's laughing. She said, "Gotta get them coins up." Yeah, man, we got all the little eaglets in the nest here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you got enough coins for all of them. And I'm never afraid of making that money. Never afraid of making that money. Rock the Artist, what up, my guy? Thanks for stopping by. How you doing this morning? Or is it it's almost noon for you guys, but we still in the morning time. He says he want to see Dean Edwards start. Dean and Edwards, so you're saying when we're running a 2 linebacker set, you want to see it to be Dean and Edwards? But give me your 3 linebacker set. Give me your 4-3 set. That's what I want to see. What 3 linebackers you want to see at the field, start in the field? He said he was ranked 10th last year. It will be Reddick, TJ, and White in the 4-3. Okay. So you think they give him the veteran, how good he did last year, the veteran privilege, and you leave TJ? I can't even argue with that. I respect that take. I personally believe, though, I think it's going to be the opposite way. It'll be Reddick, Dean, and White, because we know the ceiling of a TJ Edwards. We watched TJ Edwards. We understand he didn't even start last year. He didn't. He didn't even start last year. We had 2 other starters that were obviously trash before he actually got his opportunity to come in. So that tells me that you are not an impact linebacker. I'm not saying that you're not a good linebacker. I'm saying that you are not the impact middle linebacker that this team needs. The field general that this team needs. He played good, yes. But that TJ Edwards thing reminds me of like the reason why we pick up Wilson from the Vikings, because they had 2 studs in Kendricks and Barr. One of them gets hurt. He came in, or I think one of them, or even both of them got hurt. One of those 2 situations happened. He came in, and what he do? He went in there. He led the NFL in tackles or something like that, where he had 150 some tackles. Like, that's what I feel like. Then what did we do? We went out and picked him up, thinking, okay, we're gonna give you your shot to be the man, to be dominating, to show the league that that wasn't a fluke, and he was straight trash for us. I'm not saying that TJ's gonna be trash. I'm just saying that I feel like I know his ceiling, and the ceiling that I feel like I know for Nakobe Dean is much, much higher. Like, Nakobe Dean can go down as being one of the best LBs to play the game, this year. I mean, start his rookie year. I can see him being defensive rookie of the year. I can see him, taking that big old boulder of a chip that he has, because all of us had him going in the first round. He knows that. He feels that. He feels it in his pocket, and he feels it in his mind, where he knows he was an elite linebacker, the best linebacker in college football last year, won the award for on one of the best college defenses ever, to play in college football. So if you ask all those guys that play with him, they tell you that he was the captain, he was the man, and they probably couldn't do it without him. So I think people are really sleeping on Nakobe Dean. I think all those things. I think he's going to be a better player now, picking him in the 3rd round than he would have been if we were to went and picked him in the 1st round, because I feel like the 1st round you kind of get rewarded. Everybody would have expected him to be there. That's where everybody thought the pick was going to be, and that's where he thought he was going to get picked at. And the fact that he didn't get picked there, that brings, when you get picked in the first round because you are the man and you're the man, you kind of go through the process like, yep, I figured I was going to be there. I was there. I did it. But not getting picked when you thought you're going to do it, that brings out a bigger dog, I think. He was already a dog on that football field, but I think, and then to see so many linebackers get picked before you, and you don't even go in the second round. That's disrespectful, and I think that put a chip on his shoulder that's going to make him one of the most dominating linebackers, that first year in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout. I think it's going to be awesome. You're going to really see some good stuff happening with Nakobe Dean this year. I think he's gonna lay the smack down on a lot of people. And he's gonna prove to everybody, because all 32 teams passed him twice. He might be on the Eagles. He's proven it to the Eagles that, yeah, you could have picked me in the first round. Kudos for you for not getting me in the third and still bringing my dog Big Davis with me. But the rest of the league, you missed out on me twice. You picked other linebackers ahead of me over and over again. I'm going to show you made a mistake. And I think that is the mentality that we will see Nakobe Dean go through this year. I think he's going to bring that power. He's going to be a force. He's going to replay. So that biggest part of his highlights that I love the most, the fact that he can, diagnose the play before it happens. Like so many of your highlights you've seen before the team hiked the ball, he was already running full steam ahead to where the play was going. And the funny thing is, you would think the quarterback or somebody would see that he's already starting to go that way before the ball's hiked. Maybe I should audible out this play. But no, they go ahead and do the play. He diagnoses it, and his tackles for loss left and right. The guy's a stud, smart as hell, and I'm pretty positive he's on. He got some good linebackers around him to help him out with some techniques, some veteran leadership. Heretic's a veteran. He's still young, but he's also a Pro Bowler. That you can get a lot of knowledge from a guy like Reddick. Xavier White is on the verge of becoming one of the best, linebackers out there. He's nice, young. All these guys are young with a lot to prove, and I think that's going to do nothing but help all of them out. They're definitely going to help Dean become better early. And when you got a defensive line like that, that is the biggest piece to this all. When you got hogs up front, you don't get touched. Everybody's like, he's small. What's going to happen when the offensive lineman hit him? Yeah, whatever. How the offensive line going to hit him is what I'm saying. How are you going to really get that to the next level when you got guys like Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox? Could you imagine, Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis together? That's almost 700 pounds of offensive linemen in your face with fast athleticism. They're going to have to double team. They're going to have to triple team. They're going to have to do something to stop this penetration up the middle. And I think our defense has always been the best when we had great players up front doing their job at a high level. So I'm not worried about Dean's size. I love his athleticism and his brains, and that's really going to carry over. He's going to be that field general that we ain't had since Trotter, that we've been praying for since Trotter, And I still think with his size, he's going to be laying the boom. Like, people are sleeping. They think because he's a little guy, he can't lay the boom. He's been laying the boom all throughout college. I feel like, the sky's the limit for him. And now he's a pro too. He understands he gets paid for this. He understands everybody's saying he's a little guy. He understands people are going to doubt him. So, he's in the weight room right now, getting bigger, getting faster, getting stronger. We still got a couple months before the season even starts. I think he's going to be ready, and he's definitely another one of those people where maybe you're right. Maybe you got TJ Edwards starting, but by the middle of that year, you're going to start seeing Nakobe Dean play a lot more and a lot more and a lot more, as it progresses on. He says, I drive past the stadium, Wells Fargo, Citizen Bank, Park, and the Link. Oh, you drive by all those stadiums? Damn. That's what's up. She said, I'd take a picture for you next time you drop by. Yeah, you do that for me. Send it to me. That'd be tight. He says, Dean, Edwards, and Tart, and Reddick. Well, I get confused. Why you say Tart? Tart is a safety. He's not a linebacker. But Dean, Edwards, and Reddick. Yeah. That's good. So you're saying Kaiser White would be the odd man out in that situation. He says, I was at the Link Tuesday for the Eagles barbecue. If you come to Philly, put the word out so we can link up. Hell yeah, we all need to link up. When I come there, I'm telling everybody we're all gonna link up. We're gonna have some fun out there. BG can cook, so we definitely be barbecuing somewhere at some park or some field where we can get some access on the field. I'll barbecue in the parking lot if they let us. It's gonna be fun times, and like I said, I will be letting everybody know when I'll be out there so we can all try to link up, take some pictures, do some content, have some fun, and represent our team. And he's 4 minutes away. What up, Lamar? How you doing? 4 minutes away. That's even closer. So you can just walk there. What is that? Is that what kind of area is right around the field? Is that like metro type area, or is that city? Bunch of housing. Like I said, I've only drew by the link one time. Like I've been to 5, 6 Eagles games, but I've never been to an Eagles game in Philadelphia. I just drove there on the way to New York, going to the Eagles Giants game. We stopped off in Philadelphia to get some cheesesteaks, and we drove past the stadium. But how is that area? Is it very expensive there? That would be the area I want to be. 4 minutes away. Even the Keys, 10 4. If I could be 15, 20 minutes away, that'd still be good enough, to get out there and go check things out. Marianne said Dean will be the fourth when Reddick moves up. Okay. Like I said, I'm not even down. I think that's definitely a possibility. He might start out, like I said with David, they might start out that fourth man in, or Davis that third defensive lineman in for that defensive tackle spot. But I do think by the middle or the end of the season, you're gonna see a change up there. I think they're gonna take over. What up, Shonuff? How you doing, my guy? A little earlier than usual. Yes, man. Like I told everybody, I got a promotion at my job, so it's good money, but it changes up my schedule. Like I'm still gonna be on most of the main shows, Birds of Broad Street, Bird Brain podcast, which we won't be having tonight. Tone has something to do, but we'll do something later on tonight too. Even though he can't make it. The main shows I'm definitely gonna be on there doing it, but it's gonna open up some more time too, where there will be some days where I probably do some day streams. I'm going to be pumping out some more videos. Now that I got the studio done, the last couple of months I've been really trying to work on this studio and get it all dialed in. I think I finally got that down, but we're gonna see. Like I'm definitely gonna keep bringing the content. It's just gonna be a little bit different of a schedule. Usually I try to go around 6 or 7 o'clock, unless I'm double streaming, then do around 5. But we're definitely gonna see about going up, doing some more streams. Sure enough says Reddick is not a traditional linebacker. He's an edge rusher. That's why he'll be in a 4-3. That's video game-ish. Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying, but I'm saying like you can have the 4-3, look where you still use him as a pass rusher, use him still to get after the quarterback. So I think that yes, you just in terms of like you having to put the 3 players, I think those 3 players will be it. I still consider him. I know he's a pass rusher, but consider him. I think that's the reason why we're probably going to be running a lot more 5-2, a lot more 4-4, and then the other odd fronts. So I don't really think you're going to have. I think this is the year Gannon and Nick Sirianni are able to do what they said before and run multiple schemes and multiple sets throughout the duration of the season, because you never want anything that the Eagle another team can pick up as a consistency besides your players doing putting up big numbers. So I think we're going to see the players putting up big numbers this year, and I think it's going to come multiple different ways. Jinx says this year will be great. It's going to be epic, Jinx. Epic. I really feel like this is its year that we win that championship again. I feel like the team's together and definitely good enough to win that championship. So we shall see what happens. We shall see what happens. I'm excited. What up, Chad? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Much love to you, my guy. They're all in the same place. Oh yeah, it's like a big old like circle or something like that where they're all boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Jinx says he wants to come. Jinx, how many times have you been to the stadium? How far do you live away from the stadium, Jeans? South Philly. He said houses and highways around the link. How expensive is that area? I hear a lot of people don't actually live in Philly. They live like on the outskirts of Philly, in Jersey and things like that. What up to my boy JC Eagles talking the building? What up, my guy? Good morning. Hope everything's good with you, my guy. We definitely need to link up and collab soon. Hit me up if you're free later on today. Maybe we can do something today. Later on today, my guy. It's been a minute, but I know you've been busy doing your thing. Salute to you, and I hope everything is great for you today. She says, I live closer than the airport outside of Philly. I'll definitely show you around the city, BG. Hell yeah, I told you guys. I'm going to be hitting y'all up. We're going to go cruising. We're going to be driving the Cadillac if I drive down there. I like driving more than flying. So I think they said Philadelphia from where I'm at in Bama is about 12 hours or something like that. 12 hours or 20 hours, one or two. I don't remember at the moment, but it's not that far. Like, I'll drive that distance. That's not too far away. But when I go, I want to go like if I go over the game, it's going to be like the Friday before the game. If they're playing on Sunday, I want to go like the Friday before the game. So I'll probably leave Thursday night so I can be there Friday morning and have all of Friday, to have fun, meet up with you guys, have some, go look at some Philadelphia stuff, check out the city or whatnot, and then Saturday too, and then go to the game on Sunday, wrap it up on Monday, and come back maybe Monday night, Tuesday morning. So he said, you never been to the Sim Jeans? He's about an hour away. So what city is that? That's an hour away. Is that still considered inside Philadelphia? The Aldridge, what up, my guy? How you doing? As you guys are hitting that like, I'm saying when you get up 20 likes up in here, we got 24 or more. Much love. She says South Philly isn't bad, but is it expensive? Like, I would at least need a 4-bedroom. 4-bedroom. So how much are 4 bedrooms going in South Philly today? Said no, I'm in Jersey. Yeah, that's right. I noticed a lot of people do live in Jersey. That is crazy. I know all that area is kind of connected. It's right there. Nice driving distance. Pay the toll. But yeah, let's get back to this team, man. Like I was saying, those are my linebacker predictions. You know what I'm saying? I still think that Dean by the end of the season will be in there. So are you looking to rent or buy? It would probably be more of a rent based thing. I got a house here in Bama. Unless you guys got tax sale properties, and then I can go get a tax sale property and buy that way. But I ain't never been one of those guys who want to have like a 30-year mortgage or anything like that. I like to buy it, get it, be done. I got 3-bedroom here, $2,500. It cost me it's 100 and what $140,000 now. You got to wait 3 years to get it. I waited my 3 years. I got my deed to the property. And it's great, man. It's great. I don't pay rent. I just pay yearly taxes. And I know they have them in every state. It's just every state, the price for them is always different. So I'm probably going to have to look into that, see if I can go down there and find me a nice little tax sale property. Then I'll buy it. Then I have a house in Philly, a house in Bama. I'll continue to list of places I want to live. Jeaton says, who will be receiver 3? Quez Watkins. I don't think that's even a question. I think Pascal 4, unless Rager really can step it up and do something. Quez and Pascal be 4, Rager be 5th. But I want Rager to step it up. Like I really do. I think he's a talented player. He's just got to get out of his own way. He put out that work. He does good in the offseason. He got to put it on the field in the regular season though. So if he does that, that'd be nothing but great things for us. But as of right now, you are 5th on the depth chart, my guy. James says he's in San Francisco. Don't even talk about mortgage. I pay over $6,000 a month. Damn, yes, San Francisco is expensive. I am from Cali. I am from Cali. When I was there, when I just left Cali, I was paying $2,000 a month for a 3 bedroom, 3 bathroom on 4 acres of land, and it was $2,000 a month just to rent it out. And then she wanted like $1 million or some number like that if I wanted to buy it. And I was like, I like to rent it. I had a whale, so I didn't have to pay for water, so that was awesome. You know, it was out in the country and wine country, so you just had a bunch of wineries. It was on top of a hill. It was an awesome place. I had my own gun range, my own farms, pigs. Not pigs. I had chickens and goats, about 11 pit bulls. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. Good times out there. But yeah, my best friend always lived in the Bay Area, and I used to go visit them every year. And yes, it is very expensive there in the Bay Area. That area is very, very expensive. True says, geez, yeah, and Cali's expensive, and that's one big reason why, I don't know when the next time I'm moving back there. Like, I got a good situation here, and like I said, I don't even pay rent, so that's a huge lift, where I can have a lot more time to hang out with my family. The more important things, in life is watching these kids grow and making sure they grow in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? I want these guys all to be better than me, as every other parent do. You want your kids always to be better than you growing up, and at least want them to be as smart as you at it as soon as possible. And that's the kind of message I try to make them. I'm trying to make them great early, so they can always have high expectations for themselves. So, Jeet said we need a power back. Do we really need a power back though? Because I see us running the ball, but our run game is a little bit different. Like it's one of them run games. The RPO system where it's like Jalen's going to have the ball sometime, Miles going to have the ball sometime. We're going to be switching up to different runners that we do got, and I really think Brooks, man, I really think Brooks can be that power back. He's a kind of a bigger guy. He's a little bit bigger than Miles Sanders, and I think that's all you really need. And as you've seen, Jordan Davis played some fullback in college a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Once we hit that goal line, you can go put big Jordan Davis in there. He's athletic. He's big and physical. He'll be able to punch in that touchdown 1, 2, 3 yards out. Because, just him running forward fast with the ball in his hand, with guys like Mylata, Landon Dickerson, in front of him. Come on. Off tackle to the left. Touchdown. Who's gonna stop 1,000 pounds running full steam at you? Even if you were to cut block them, they're big, tall, physical guys. Even if they fall forward, them falling forward on the defenders is gonna be enough space to get Jordan Davis momentum to go at least 3 yards every time uncontested. So, and then I even want to see Mylata try it out. He said it really depends on the part of South Philly you reside. More developed area in South Philly around South Broad and East Passaic section is very expensive. Draft happen. Okay. So what's very expensive? Are you talking like, you're talking like if I got a 4 bedroom house there, maybe with a little land. If I wanted to rent it out, it'll be like what? $1,800 expensive? Over $2,000 expensive? Give me some numbers there, buddy. Yeah, it's always kids first, man. Like if I was one of those selfish guys that didn't even believe kids first, man, I would be probably podcasting a lot more than I do right now. Sometimes I'd be sitting there like, oh man, I need to do a live tonight, man. I ain't did a live in a minute. And then I'll see my kid, he'll do something funny, or my girl will be playing with the kids, and I'm just like, man, I'm just gonna hang out with you guys tonight. We can podcast tomorrow, man. Because I love this. I love chopping it up with you guys, spending time with you guys. But like I said, family always comes first. That's why I wish we would have signed. Yes, that was one of the running backs I did want. I did want Ronald Jones. I wanted either one of those Tampa Bay running backs for real. They re-signed Fournette, so we couldn't do that. I think that would have been an ideal candidate if they didn't re-sign him to go pick up Fournette and pair him up with Miles Sanders. And that would be a deadly duel, man, with Kenny Gainwell out of the backfield too. Woo! Unstoppable run game, man. Unstoppable. It would have been nice. Yeah, so we talked about the linebackers. Let's talk a little bit about our cornerbacks. Like, how many of you guys do believe that we have the best cornerback, the best cornerbacks dual or trio in the league? Like, do you guys believe it? A lot of people be like, I be saying some way out stuff, and I don't really feel like the stuff I be saying is way out. I just go look at it, prove me wrong. Like, do we have? I'm gonna ask you guys in the chat. Let's see. We're gonna put that. We're gonna ask the community. 'Cause I always like knowing what you guys, knowing what you guys know. Got that out there. D. Aldridge says our cornerback room is top 5, no doubt. Yes, I agree. I really think top 3 to number 1. Like, I'm really like I said, I know a lot of cornerbacks, but in terms of tandem, we got proven guys. Like all these guys are legit proven guys. Like, I know everybody like Bradbury had a down year, but Bradbury played for a crappy team too. Morale goes down when you play for losers. So. But if you guys had to give me, just throw out one better duel. I'm talking about all 3, not just individual. Give me one better duel or trio. So I can even see how y'all feel about it, because I really think we have the best of a lot of things. I think we got the best trio for receivers. Like, we're not getting the same guy twice. That's why I give us the Don. You got your guy to stretch the field in Quez Watkins. You got your technician and Smith, and then you got your physical guy and Brown. So I think that's 3 different things. I know Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and Cedric Wilson definitely can argue that case, but I feel like Waddle and Tyreek are kind of similar. They're both just explosive playmaking guys. But I think, all 3 together, like, I'm not that big of a Cedric Wilson fan. So I think that definitely we got one of the best trios at receivers in the secondary. DeAldridge says probably the Ravens. Who the Ravens got? They got Kyle, Miles, and Peters. Peters is good, but really, guys, how good do you guys rate Big Play Slay? Because I think he just had his career. He's always been a stud, right? I think he had a career year last year, too. So he's basically playing at the highest level he's ever played at. So how do you guys rate Big Play Slay? Bradbury, he just went to Pro Bowl 2 years ago. And as long as Maddox is inside that secondary, that slot position, you already know he's the dog. So I think it's really hard to beat those 3 guys. Like, I think Slay's literally one of the best in the league. As of right now, he's still in his prime. Well, he's not in his prime. He had to back in prime almost. I think Slay probably got like 4 or 5 more years of 3 years for sure of good football at an elite level. Then you might see him start tapering down. But yeah, I like our secondary, man. I think they're tops in the league. So if you say we got tops in the league weapons in terms of Devontae, Quez, AJ, we got the number 1 offensive line, which that's what matters the most. The trenches, number 1 offensive line, number 1 defensive line. or you can say top 3. But I think we got number 1 defensive line. That's just my opinion. And then linebacking core, I'll say you're gonna by the end of the season you're looking at a top 10 linebacking core if they play at a high level like I think they can. Secondary, we're top 5. So when you're top in everything, it's like how can you not expect us to be great this year? That's really my only argument. We got some elite players on our roster, like some studs, and they're all young. Like I tell everybody, the difference from that 17 year and this year, 16, we won 8 games, 8 or 9. Came back and won a Super Bowl. We picked up a bunch of older veteran type players added to that roster. This year, Howie kind of did the same format, except for he did it a lot earlier, and he picked up young, promising talent, people that are on the rise in their career, not stand still or not going down. People that are excelling in their career that no one's really seen that next level of them playing. So we get to be the first ones to see it happen. They're going to be playing with other talented players. We're going to see them hit that next level. Like some of these guys didn't play on defenses that I think that they play on now. So it's going to be that much better for them. They're going to look that much more better on the field. They have that much more opportunity to put up big numbers. So the sky's the limit for the Philadelphia Eagles team. I think we're definitely Super Bowl contenders. What up, my guy? Thanks for stopping by. Go Birds for show. It said to say we don't have the best receiving core in the East is straight crazy. Facts. We got it in the East, but I'm just, I'm over even talking about the East. I feel like we should be able to sweep the East, maybe split with the Cowgirls, but I feel like our team's good enough to sweep the East this year, like the Cowboys did last year. Sweep the East, the whole East is ours. I don't even worry about that. Now I'm saying like we got to start thinking about bigger things, bigger fish to fry. I'm talking about the Super Bowl. It's time to win another one. I know you guys say we lose a lot of starters next year. We got 1-year contracts. We got people that we know are leaving, like the Fletcher Coxes, the Kelseys. Lane only got a couple more years. Slay only got a couple more years. We got some people on the way out of the door, maybe as soon as next year. And I know we drafted some young talent too to replace them people. But we're gonna have to still need to replace the depth. And are those replacements going to play as high as the level as the guys were losing when they were in their prime? So I think this year, while we got both the depth, the veterans, the young talent, the all pros, Pro Bowlers, and first and second year players all together on this roster to make it as dynamic as it is, we got to go for glory and we got to go get that Super Bowl this year. Nothing less. Super Bowl or bust for the Philadelphia Eagles this year is what I'm saying. It says Dean is small and played in a system that allowed him to run free. Let's see if he can get off blocks in the NFL. He's a rookie. I feel you. But the reasons why he did it in college was because his defensive lineman. Am I right? I know this is the NFL. I'm not saying he's never going to have, people that are going to be, cutting off to block him. I'm saying that Jordan Davis was on that line in college to keep him clean. We got Fletcher Cox, Hargraves. We got some big boys in the middle, like one of the best groups you can possibly go from college to the pros. You went from a great defensive line in college to one of the greatest defensive lines in the pros this year. So why wouldn't you see the same type of development? Plus, Dean will be getting bigger. He's going to get stronger. He actually has a nutritionist now. He got people that are paid to make sure this guy is in peak form, as strong as possible. Put him on plans to make him as strong and as big as possible that he can be to play. And so I think people are sleeping on Dean because he's a smaller, but look how good Nick Bolton is for the Chiefs. You can make a case. What did I say? make a case if Parsons didn't play, he would have been defensive rookie of the year with 22 tackles for loss and 122 tackles. Facts. Because Parsons had a dominating year last year. You know, Bolden's small. You know, there's been a lot of Fletchers. London Fletcher back in the day was small. You know, you guys wanted back. What's his name? He was our linebacker before. He went to Arizona. We drafted him. What is his name? Why is his name slipping my mind right now? You guys wanted dang, what's his name, man? The middle linebacker we drafted. He played for Arizona. Hicks, Jordan Hicks back. He was a small linebacker. You know, there's a lot of smaller linebackers in the league. It's about that defensive line. If you look at the ones that do good, they have a great defensive line, and that's the reason why they do great. You know, like that's the reason why they put in the work because they are clean for the most part. And I think that he definitely is on a team that he can be clean. Yeah, Dean is a tackling machine. I told you he diagnoses plays before they even happen. You know, he does it, man. If you go watch his highlights all the time, this dude was diagnosing the play before it even happened. He was where the ball was before it even got there. Like people were getting mad about it. They were just getting tackles for loss, man. The guy's a stud. And I think he's definitely going to be a stud this year. Like we don't sleep on him. That's all I'm saying. Don't sleep on Nakobe Dean this year because I think if you sleep, you might miss out on something great. What up, Grant? How you doing, my guy? Thanks for stopping by. He said, dig the setup. Love that little green color you're in. Hit the like button to show support. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'm trying to switch it up. I'm trying to bring some nice things in here, man. I just working on the studio. This is the beginning, obviously. We're gonna have more stuff in here. I got jerseys to put up. I'm getting a trophy put up in here. You know, we're gonna have a lot more Eagles stuff in the background. It's gonna be nice, man. But thank you very much. Salute to you for stopping by. He said Eagles have the best trio cornerback. Yes, I think so. I think so. Like you can argue some cases, but that's cool. Argue them. Like I'm still going what I think. You know, just remind me back in the day when who was our trio? Lito Shepard, Sheldon Brown, and Harris. You know, like back in those days when we used to always have great trios at the cornerback for a long time. You know, for a long time. Troy Benson, Bobby Taylor days, like you know Al Harris, like you know what I'm saying. We had some dogs, Sante Samuels. You know, like DRC. We had some dogs at cornerback back in the day. It's only been the last couple years. I feel like you know, last couple years here for a while since the Lido area. Since we've had like two or even three pretty dominating cornerbacks back there as a tandem. So I'm really excited. You know, bringing those old vibes back. You know what I want? You know what I want? I want Jonathan Gannon to go to the Eden Eagle facility. I want him to go to the archives and go pick out some Jim Johnson defense. You know, I feel like if he really wants to take that next step and become one of the best defense coordinators in the league, why not go to the GOAT Jimmy and go check out some of his tapes, you know, and take as many notes as possible. He said Dean's ceiling is London Fletcher. London Fletcher was a Pro Bowler last I checked. That's pretty good ceiling, but I don't know. I feel like some of our players like we don't even know their ceiling. They could be higher than that. Like he can be a best linebacker, middle linebacker in the game. I think you know it's possible. He said, I said Finns have a really good one. Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, and Nick Needham slot. Back up with Hollis, free safety row, Brandon Jones at safety. Yeah, that's nice too. That's nice. But how good do you rank Xavier Howard and Brandon Jones? Byron Jones. Like Byron Jones and Howard are definitely two of the highest paid cornerbacks in the league. But do you guys put them over? You know, do you think that? I think Slay had a better season last year, right? If I'm not mistaken, than Xavier Howard. And Byron Jones is really athletic and fast, but I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me. That is a good comparison, though. They definitely got legit secondary over there. But with their defense too, that's another question. Will their defense falter a little bit now that Flores is out? I know Flores was the head coach, but he was also the defensive coordinator, he was the defensive-minded coach. Do you think that defense play at the same intensity this year as they did last year? That'll be another question to ask. So imagine having Bolden and Dean as your linebacker core. That would be crazy. Exactly. Both of those guys are straight ballers. And I think it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome to see, Dean. I know we don't got Bolden, but it's going to be awesome to see Dean, Kaiser White, Dean Reddick, Dean Edwards, Dean and whoever, man. I think he's going to get a lot of PT this year, though. That's what all I'm saying. I think the guy's going to be a stud. He's that field general we've been waiting for. I'm just going to tell you that. He's that field general we've been waiting for. I think we finally filled that void, and he's going to be our field general for a long time coming. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? Told you guys we're working on it. Thanks for everybody that supported the way, from just watching film. Watching my videos, my live streams, for those who super chatted, for those who super thanks, for those who, support me on all my other platforms, those that donated money and all that stuff to help get this going. Now, the next step is to get a new computer system. That is the next step for the movement. And yeah, we're going to keep bringing that fire content, though. That's going to happen regardless on what step. Ours ranked top 3. Byron Jones is. Oh, there you go. Ours ranked top 3. Byron Jones ranked top 15. That's good. I'm not hating on those guys, man. I'm telling you, that is a good secondary. I'm saying we got a good secondary as well. Is that Dean is going all out beast mode? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm also working on the soundboard. I want to be putting in sound in here. I don't know if it's going to be sounds that you heard before. I'm just making my own little sounds. And he says no because Miami resigned all their key defensive players and retained last year DC Josh Boyer. Okay. I know it's time when you get to DC. I know you still got the DC, but that's only because Flores was the head coach. Did that DC call the defense, or was Flores calling that defense? That matters. Because when you're the the defensive coordinator and head coach, you really call the shots. The DC is just putting people where they need to go and make sure everybody understand what's going on. But who knows? Like I said, I think that's a good core. They should definitely be playing at high levels this year. Either he'll be battling Taylor for playing time. Is that what you think too? Don't get me wrong, I love Taylor. Pause. I love him. I think he's explosive every single time he gets on that football field. I like the fact that he's out there making plays. That being said, you have to be consistently on the football field. That is something that Taylor has not done. That's why I don't see him, doing that much, because he hasn't been consistently on that football field. Every time you see him, he might get a game or two in, do good, then he's out for, a stretch of games. It's like you got to learn to stay healthy, and that might be his Achilles heel, with having the type of career that we all believe that he can have. So I think if the Eagles weren't worried about that, we might not have went maybe the route of another linebacker. And if he showed that he could stay healthy, he would have been on the field, and him and TJ Edwards probably would have solidified the position. We wouldn't have went out and got 3 linebackers. So, but I'm hoping for the best for Taylor. I think he does play at a high level, and I can't wait to see what he brings to practice. this year. And if he plays, hey, that's great too. Yeah, they definitely got a good one. The media has had conflicting reports. Some say it was Flores calling the plays. Say it was Boyer. Yeah, you know. I imagine when you get that head coaching job too for Flores, if that's your expertise, is like your defensive minded coach. Most coaches, especially on their first go around, they want to make sure that their systems being implemented to the fullest, so they end up calling the plays. You know, so but like you seen with Nick and Shane last year, Nick was calling the plays, and by the end of the year, I think they said that Shane started calling more of that offense. So that could have been a situation there for Flores. But we'll see. But before we get out of here, I want you guys to let me know: is there any position left that you guys want to upgrade with our team? What up, Awesome Sports? Thanks for stopping by. Washington content creator. Make sure you hit that like and check her out. But what positions? Because I seen Hunt rumors. I know people say they want a running back. I'm not saying we couldn't. If they get picked up a good one, I'll be mad about it. But I kind of think about that kind of covered. Is there any other positions that you guys think the Eagles need to go get? Any depth pieces? Any player out on the market? This is your time to let me know. Let BG know what it's going to take. Who else the Eagles need to get you guys on board to understanding that the Eagles are going to be Super Bowl contenders this year. Because the list we made at the end of the season is filled. And what is left? What positions left that you think we need to pick up on, or that can be upgraded even more? That really, get you guys in that mode where you guys are like BG and believe that the Eagles will win another one of them Super Bowls. Let me know before we get out of here. He said the big thing with Flores was there was always a coaching turnover with him. Boyer was our second DC in 3 years. Okay. I love Grant. He got that Miami talk. Grant, how do you feel about that? Since you're in here, you're from Miami too. How do you feel? Who has the better trio at receiver? Is it Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson versus A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Quez Watkins? Who do you give the nod to? And I guess the rest of the chat can chime in as well, but I know Grant is a Miami Dolphins fan, so I want to hear from him personally for sure to see who he thinks is the better receiving core. Yeah, I thought they were going to pick up a safety. I really want to smoke Monday. But who do you think it has a better receiving core? What's up, Uncle Louie? How you doing today? Yes, this is my uncle in the building. What's up? Checking out his nephew. Live streaming as always. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for showing some support for your nephew. I always be trying to look good. The men in our family, we always look good all the time. So they ain't never gonna change. They ain't never gonna change. But salute to you, Uncle. Grant, you just disappeared on me. You're in here dropping comments. I asked for your opinion, my guy. Who has the best receiving core? It's arguable, but I think the Eagles definitely got the best trio at receiver in the league. But let's see the vote right now. Put a vote in the chat. Let's see what the standings are here. So it says 85% of you guys said the Eagles have the best trio cornerbacks in the league. 85% said yes, and 15% of you guys said no. I can dig that. I dig that. I can take that. 85%. Not everybody's on board with it, but I bet you some of them that said no probably still believe that we are definitely a good trio in the top five. But he said doing good. You in Texas now? Yeah, hit me up, man. I didn't know you moved to Texas. I thought you were still in Vegas. Yeah, hit me up. We definitely need to chop it up. We haven't talked in a minute. Good to talk to you. You got my number. He says really close. Cedric Wilson is still waiting to break out. Same with Quest. Tyreek considered top 3 receiver. But Waddle Devontae Smith is a wash because both do great things at their receiver spots. I can dig that for sure. So you're saying the edge, the deal breaker is, so you're saying it's more even, right? Because you're saying Tyreek Hill is better than AJ Brown, right? But not much better. And then you're saying it's a wash at Waddle and Smith. And then you're saying that both of them are looking to have breakout seasons. West kind of broke out last year, you know? Well, yeah, 700 some yards. Not bad. He's wide open a lot. So that's why I would say that, yeah, you give a slight edge to Hill. Obviously, I still think AJ, you haven't seen the full potential. Just Hill's speed is just, you can't, it's so hard. It's so hard. But in terms of overall receiver, you got to think AJ run blocks better. He's bigger and more physical. He still is fast. They both been to Pro Bowl, so I would say I'll give Hill the nod slightly. I will watch Devontae and Waddle out, because they do two different things, but they both do it at a high level. And then I'm giving a nod to West. So if anything, I'm a homer, so I'm going Eagles. But at worst, I'll say they're tied. He says we need to get another running back. He said, I really do hope my boys Godwin and Vincent take that next step. Yeah, I hope so too. I think that's probably the reason the Eagles went the route they did at cornerback. I think they're hoping and praying that one of these young guys can step up. One of these young guys need to step up at that receiver spot for sure. For sure. He said, yes, I'd say Hill is better than AJ Brown. So that gets the nod. Okay. Big Play Slay in the building. Another Eagles content creator. Big Play Slay in the building. What's up, my guy? How you doing? We just talking who has the best trio or who has the better trio, Miami or Philadelphia receiver. He said for the other rest of the Miami receiver, they are either rookies unproven or often injured. Preston Williams had good rookie year, but can't stay healthy. But then you got to look at the Eagles got Pascal after that. Who's like a great consistent big body receiver. And then we got Rager after that, which has all the potential in the world, but he can't have his own way. So I don't know. Overall receiving core, you might have to. Might have to go Eagles. To answer your question, I don't think our cornerback duel is the best in the league. The trio, Slay, not the duel. The trio. You think the trio is the best in the NFL? That's what we're asking in the poll. He said, had Miami kept Devontae Parker, I'd say Miami gets the nod at receivers. The receiving core of Parker, Hill, Wilson, and Waddle would be amazing. Yeah, they kept Parker. They didn't have it hands down. Parker's a beast. That is all facts. So what's up, Big Play Slay? How you doing? Eagles have better after their top three, so they get the nod. Yeah, that's what I was going with. That's what I was going with, Grant. He said, nah, I don't think we got the best cornerback trio in the league. You don't? Big Play Slay? All right. That's what I love about you, Slay. Give me better trios at cornerback than the Philadelphia Eagles, Big Play. Negative Nancy, always coming in and trying to rain on the parade. BIRDGANG putting out that the Eagles are the best at everything that we do. And here comes Big Play Slay to tell me I'm wrong again. Who's better, Slay? Give me some trios. I like Grand using Miami. They're definitely good. He said the potential with Rager and JJ is higher. JJ who? JJ's a tight end now. And I doubt he even makes the team. But I do get you the potential of Rager is still there. He's still a young cat that can get it together and end up putting in some good football. So I get you on that one for sure. As backups. Yeah, facts. So receivers overall. Eagles do starters to backups. Yeah. I think the Ravens got a better trio. Give me the names. Who's on the Ravens trio? And how many other people do you think have better trios? Not just the Ravens. He's that Big Play just slays a Giants fan. That's never gonna fail. Kenny G is better than Devontae Smith. Just kidding. Facts. He said, hell no, Grant. Yeah, Grant. He turned to a tight end a while ago, my guy. That was a while ago. Marlon Humphreys, Cal. Okay. I might have to say they got a better one to you. That's pretty good. Okay, I'll say what about top 5, Slay? Do we have a top 5 cornerback trio in the NFL? And do you think we have the best trio in the league? I mean, in the NFC East? He said he thinks the Eagles are at least top 5. Yes. I'll take that from my boy Slay. I'll take it. Is that probably 5th or 4th? Okay, I can take that. That's good enough. Now, as long as you know that we are top 10 in just about every category, like in terms of positions, running back. Well, I don't know if we're top 10 running back. Would you guys say we're top 10 running backs? Committee. I know we got a top 10 quarterback. I don't care what any of y'all say. I know y'all say 17, 15, all that. I'm saying Jalen Hurts is going to be a top 10 quarterback this year. We got top 10 receiving core. Got number 1 offensive line. Top 10 tight end. Top 3 defensive line. Linebacking core is a new and improved linebacking core. Obviously, it's to be determined, but I'm saying that they're going to be a top 10 linebacking core this year. And like we always said up there, the Eagles have a top 5 secondary. Put those together, that equals a winning football team. That equals a lot of wins if our coaches put it together. And that's what I'm telling you. And I will continue to tell you all off season long. Put your money down on the Eagles this year and win you some money, because the Eagles are going to put up some big numbers and going to do some big things this year. So, we are truly Super Bowl contenders this year. And we might not be this good next year. Who knows? We could be better next year. I'm just saying, you never know the future. You never know how some of these contracts are going to pan out. You never know who's going to retire. You never know nothing. So while we have the team looking as good as we do, we need to all get behind our Philadelphia Eagles and let's get this Super Bowl push going. Eagles for the bowl in 22. Did I send you that receiver ranking via PFF? I think they had the Eagles ranked top 5. I don't think you sent it to me, but send it to me, Grant. I'm going to make some top 5 lists. Probably just list I think the Eagles could be top 5 on, but we're going to definitely check them out. Yeah, but Big Play Slate might say New York receivers are top 4. He has to. He was hanging with those New York Giants peep. They watch it. They're watching him. Just kidding. Eagles receiving core with Chargers receiving core. Ooh. So that's Allen, Williams. Who's the Chargers' third receiver? But I think AJ Brown's better than all those guys. And so I would go Brown's better than Allen. Devontae, overall receiver, I think is a better receiver than Williams. And Quez, I'll have to know who's that third receiver. So I would still give the nod to the Eagles. But yeah, we just went over an hour and a half. Much love to you guys still in here. I couldn't do this without you guys. Much love and support to you guys. Continue to watch the channel. Continue to watch the content as I drop it out. Continue to support. Like I said, follow me on all the platforms. I got my VIP inside the description. If you guys click that link, you will get sent to all of my social media platforms. And make sure you guys go click that link in the description. And follow me everywhere. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep grinding. And we're going to keep putting out that fire content, as we go for our quest to hit the 10K mark. Like I said, the next milestone's 4K, but we want 100,000K, infinity K subscribers. I want to be the best, not only Eagles content creator, I want to be one. Much love to you guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for hanging out with BG today on this morning show. Be on the lookout for a video later on today. I might do some collabs later on today. And like I always say at the end of my video, fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, it's BG, and I'm out. Peace.